Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hey, good to see you. My name is Tamar. I am the community manager at the Generator here in Bundaberg. We also have a generator in Gympie in Queensland, and would like to welcome you to this Lunch and Learn. We today have the special guest Dmitry to join us and talk with us about NoCode and what does it mean and why it is the future of technology. So we had Dmitry several weeks ago talk about other topics on technology, and I asked him to explain a bit more about this topic that I've heard of from several people in my ecosystem, and I would like to know more about it. So Dmitry, would you like to start?
Yeah. Thank you, Tamar, for introduction and for organizing the event. And I appreciate all of you for your interest. So let me share my screen and we will start. Can you see the screen now? Okay, so today we'll be exploring the no-code approach. First of all, that's our plan for today's event. 2 minutes for some information about myself and for some acknowledgements, people I respect and admire. Then 3 minutes to define what is no-code. And we will spend most of the time for demonstration. I have prepared an example, and I'm going to show how to build a no-code solution from the scratch. And we will spend about 20 minutes for questions and answers. Okay, a little bit about myself. I lived in Moscow for the most of my life and used to work for the Federal Space Agency, a software engineer for 11 years. I got my degrees in computer science and digital signal processing, started my company in 2014, worked a lot with e-commerce and system integration. In 2017, I moved to Australia, and thanks to COVID, I'm on the Gold Coast since 2019. Happy to be here. It's quite a hot summer day. Enjoyed this a lot, much more than Russian winter. Some acknowledgements. First of all, to my sister, Darina, who introduced startup industry to me. She lives in Israel now, and she got birth to my niece just 3 weeks ago. Then to Daniil Kislinsky, he's the founder of Go Global World, and he builds a great international startup community. And last but not least, to Sharon Honeybell, who is the founder and driving force of the Gold Coast Hub. That is a gravity center for Gold Coast startups. Okay, so what is no-code? In short, that is an approach to IT development that doesn't require coding at all. So usually no-code platforms are visual builders. And we can use these visual builders to make websites, applications, databases, and some integration between different platforms. So there are many solutions out there, hundreds of them. Most of them appeared just within the last year or two. We can build websites. It's about example is Webflow. We are going to take a look on the Webflow today. Maybe you know Squarespace, Tilda. For e-commerce, it's Shopify. So most of the no-code platforms are for the websites. We also can build applications, mostly web applications. For example, on Glide or Bubble. Bubble may be the most famous one. among application builders. And well, we even can make native applications for iOS and Android. For example, DraftBeat is about making native applications. We can make databases. The simplest one is Google Sheets. You probably know Google Docs. We can make some Word documents, and we also can make Excel spreadsheets on Google Cloud. They call it Google Sheets. And the more advanced stuff is Airtable. We can make a complicated database logic on Airtable. And there are many solutions for integration. That is to connect different kinds of platform into one solution, into an automated workflow. We will going to take a look on Zapier today. Another example is IFTTT, and the most complicated, what I know, is Integromat. Okay, so that's just an overview. A few words about why I believe NoCode is so important. Just a few years ago, the only way to build an IT solution was to ask for a help of superheroes. That is programmers who can read and write with special languages. That is coding languages of the matrix, of the internet. Not anymore, because now literally anybody can start using development tools without any necessity to learn special languages. So if you know basics of English, you can be a no-code developer. Okay, so our demonstration for today, it appeared that Tamar, who organized this event, is not just a great community manager, but she also teaches yoga and runs a yoga business. So today I'm going to show how to build a no-code booking system for Tamar with clients database and automated invoicing. For that, I'm going to use several no-code platforms. First of all, Webflow Builder to make a landing page, a simple website. And then we will use Calendly for bookings. And the best thing about Calendly is that it's fully integrated with Google Calendar. So we connect Webflow to Calendly. And we will use Google Sheets for users database. And we will use Zapier to pass data from Calendly to Google Sheet. And then we will connect calendar and database to ChargeOver to automatically generate invoices and to send them by email to the clients. So I hope to build that solution within 30 minutes. It's quite a challenge, so I will probably need your help at some point. Okay, let's begin. I will stop sharing now and switch to another screen for better view. Give me a second. Okay, can you see the screen now? Yeah. Okay, so the first tool we are going to use is Webflow. What I did before this event, I registered all accounts. So, sorry. So to save the time, I registered Google account, I registered Webflow account, Calendly account, Zapier account, ChargeOver account. So now you will see that all accounts are ready. I did that just to save the time. So we are building from the scratch, but having the accounts ready. So I'm on the Webflow now. I'm starting a new project. And I'm going to use a free template. I don't want to pay $50 now. So I go to free templates. And unfortunately, all yoga templates are not free. So anyway, I found a fitness template and I'm going to use it and transform into yoga template. Okay, let's use it for free for today. And okay, it's not Dmitry's fabulous website, it's Let's call it personal yoga or private yoga sessions. Tama teaches yoga not just in person, but not just privately, but in a group. But just again, to save the time, I'm going to use an example of private sessions. Okay, so it's not Sandra, it's Tama. Please feel free to ask anything in the chat if you want me to highlight some aspects of some tools. I'm going to show more, talk less. So we will change the image, and I already have Tama's image prepared. Yep, that's better. So let's call it private classes. Monday, Friday. Okay. Okay, so I will skip most of the things to change now, just to save the time again. So you can edit actually every block. You can change anything here. It's a fully visual builder, so you don't need to be a web developer to change them. And I'm going to call this button book now. And I can put a link to the button to some external website. And I want to book through Calendly. So I go to Calendly. And I made an account for my name. So let's change it to Tama to see her name while booking. And we can upload again, upload picture. Okay, we will add some instructions. Okay, maybe just leave it for now like this, save changes. Okay. And we will need to add an event type. So event type is actually a slot, a piece of ability you provide to people to book your class or your event, whatever. So you can book one-on-one, and you can book in a group. So many people would be able to book the same event. So we will use one-on-one now, but keep in mind that group bookings are also possible. So we create an event and we'll private yoga session. We can add different locations. Now you can add online location. You can use Zoom or Google Meet or in-person meeting at a certain address. So I will just use custom, and I don't need location for my current logic. So I will just write location is up to you. Okay, so some detailed description. Feel free to anytime you want. Next. Okay, so we can schedule, let's say 30 days in advance, and our class is 1 hour long. We can set custom hours for our event from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. each day from Monday to Friday. Let's say it's existing schedule. And we can add some time before or after our event. So let's say we need 15 times between events. Okay, so it's ready, and this is the link, but I want to customize it a little bit more, because by default you have just name and email and field with comment. So I want to add another field that is phone number, to make sure I have phone numbers of my clients. Okay, and let's put it above the comment after the email. Okay, save and close. There are some other options here, but I don't want to customize them at this moment. Okay, so we copy the link to our event, type event, and paste it into the URL field for this button. So now our draft is ready. Probably don't like this one thing yet. That's better. And let's publish it. When you first publish something on the web, it usually takes 1 or 2 minutes. So it's going to be published soon. Oh, it's already published. Pretty quick.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, definitely.
I tried using Calendly before, but I had to pay money, so I didn't like that.
So there are some limitations on Calendly. For example, if you want to use payments on Calendly, you will probably need to pay the money for subscription, but there are free versions of Calendly. So if you are going to use just one type of the event, you don't need to pay money.
Okay.
So we can take a look on that. Pricing. So yeah, always free for individuals for basics. And what's the limitations? Yeah, calendar connections, just one, and just one event type. So if you are using just one event type, you don't need to pay. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. So now the website is ready, and we can book the private yoga session now. But what I want to do, I actually want to collect users data to my database. I don't want just to have the bookings on my calendar. I want to have a table, a database with all users in one place. So for that, let's create a Google spreadsheet, and we will call it and the fields we're going to collect, we need name, date and time, and what else we need? Probably email, phone number, and comments. So we are going to use Zapier now to connect this spreadsheet to our calendar. So we go to Zapier, and we want to connect Calendly, yep, to Google Sheets. Okay, when we create a booking on Calendly, then we need to add data to Google Sheets. So we create spreadsheet role. Okay, try it. Okay, we need to connect our apps, and then we will set up the Zap. They call it Zap. It's actually a piece of automation algorithm. So what I'm doing now, I connect Calendly. So I need API key. I can find it on Calendly. It's just like a password you need to use to connect different apps together. So I paste that API key here. Okay, Calendly is connected, and what I'm doing now, couldn't find. Oh, we need to book someone. Let's make our first booking. So I want to book for tomorrow for 3 p.m. and I'm Dmitry. This is my email. This is my phone number, and I'm beginner. Okay, schedule the event. It is scheduled. So let me show the calendar now. So on Google Calendar, we will be able to see all our events. So now I can see that Dmitry is booked with Tamar for Friday, 3 p.m. And all the data is here on Calendar. Okay, so let's try again on Zapier to get the data from Calendly. Okay, so now it's succeeded. We connect Google Sheets. We allow Zapier to do anything on Google Sheets. Next. Okay, we will be using the default Google Drive. And this is the spreadsheet I made, and it's the only one on the account, so I choose it. And this is the page, name of the page, so I use this page. And that's the fields I have in my database. So now I'm going to fill them with the data from Calendly. So for the name, I want to use the name of my student, and date and time, event start time pretty. If you choose just event time, it will be formatted just with the numbers. I want the pretty start time, and email of my student. And for the phone, we made the phone the first question in our form. So questions and responses, one response. That's our form. And for comments, it's the second custom field of our Calendly form. So, okay, next. Okay, let's test out. So it's our spreadsheet, it's our worksheet, and yeah, it got the name. Dmitry, scheduled for Friday, 3 p.m. My email, my phone number, and my comment. Okay, let's send the test and take a look on what happened with the Google spreadsheet. So now I have the row added from Zapier, and it was taken from Calendly. The only thing I have is error with the phone, and that's probably because it shows that plus sign before the phone. So Google Sheets thinks that it's a formula. So it shows the error. We can fix it now just by adding apostrophe before the phone number. Let me do this, and next. So I deleted emails, so let's send this. Okay, now we have phone number without an error. Okay, so now if you book something on the website, somebody books you on the website, it will automatically go to the spreadsheet. So I will share the link now to our chat so you can try it by yourself. And please try to book by yourself, and we will see how it goes. But this is just about collecting the database of users, of the clients. I want to make it a little bit more complicated and to be able to invoice them automatically. So I want to create another another algorithm to take my booking and send the invoice. But I don't want it to be sent automatically after the booking. I want to be able to confirm with the client before sending the invoice. So what we have on Google Calendar, we have colors. We can put colors to the events. So I can make it red, I can make it banana, that is probably yellow, gray. Okay, I have another booking here. Let's see if I have it. I don't have it now. And this happens because I did not turn on my Zap. So let's turn it on. I have forgotten to turn it on. Okay, so now it's on. And we don't get Eden into our database because I have forgotten. Okay, but we got Anna. Anna, I don't see Anna, probably for the next week. Yes, Anna is booked for Monday. Okay, so what I'm going to show now is how to automatically approve the invoice, generate the invoice and approve it. So I can use colors. And let's say I want to use green color for the events that is approved. So for example, I am Tamara. I call to the client and say, okay, Dmitry, do you confirm your booking? Dmitry says, okay. And I highlight it with green color. I highlight it with on my calendar. So I want green events to generate the invoice and send them to the customer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another Zap. And it will be Google Calendar with updated event. We authorize Google Calendar, so to use it. Continue. So what's our trigger? Our trigger is our calendar. Let's test it. Okay, we have Debbie as an exemplary trigger. And let me highlight Debbie with the green color, if you don't mind, Debbie. Okay. Let's update it. And let's take a look on the data we have here. We have some IDs, we have some links, dates, names, description, location, and we have color ID. Color ID 10 is the green color. So we can use this ID to filter the events that are green, that are confirmed to generate the invoice. And we also have organizer, we have, what else? Okay, we have Debbie's email, so we can use it to send her the invoice. Okay, let's continue. And what action we want to do? We want to generate the invoice on ChargeOver. But to generate the invoice, we need to create a customer. So I go to ChargeOver just to show you how it looks inside. So we have the database of customers. Inside ChargeOver, we have subscriptions, invoices, payments, and we have products. So to generate the invoice, I need a product and I need a customer. So because our product is actually the private yogurt session, so I will just make one and the same product for everybody, but keep in mind that you can automate it as well. So I name it private yogurt session. Yeah, let's keep it this way. So for example, it costs $100, and okay, we don't need anything else. Okay, so that's the product ID 1. So that's the only product we have, and all other things we will generate automatically. So we need to create customer. We will do it automatically. So we need to sign in to let Zapier the access to ChargeOver. So we need several keys here, and what we can do, we can go to the settings on ChargeOver, integrations, Zapier, and these are the keys for all our integration. So yeah, public key, private key, and site. Okay, continue. Okay, now it's connected. Continue. And there are many fields here, but we actually need just few ones. We need customer name. It will be, oh, I have forgotten one step before that. I will keep this because I don't have the database here. I just have calendar here. I need to actually extract data from my database before I pass this to ChargeOver. So I will add another step here. And first of all, I need to filter the data from Google Calendar. So I will filter it based on caller ID. And I'm searching for caller ID. Yeah, that's it. And condition is exactly matches 10. So it's only green events that will generate the next steps. Okay, next step. We need to filter our client's email. Oh, sorry, probably not filter. Format. Yeah, they call it format. So we need to format the text field to extract actually users' email from the list of emails we have on our event. So we have two emails here, our own email and David's email. So we need to extract this email from that field. So actually they have extract email address function, but it will extract just the first email from the field. And it can appear that first email is my own email. So I will use another function. They call it replace. And I will just replace my own email with an empty string. So I'm looking for the string, yeah, attendee email. So I have my own email here and I have my client's email. And what I want to do with the string, I want to find my own email. This is actually organizer's email. And I want to replace it with an empty string. So leave blank to delete the context. So I want to delete my own email from this string. Okay, let's continue and test how it works. So that's the output. It's comma and email. So now what I need to do, I need to delete this comma. So I need another step to format the data. And in this case, I want to use just the simple function that is called extract email address. Okay, let's continue. So our input is the output of the previous step. So that's the comma with email. Let's continue. Test. Okay, so our output is just the email now, and it will generate the output for any event it finds on the calendar. Okay, so let's continue. Sometimes it happens. Okay, maybe just refresh the page. Yeah, just continue. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to test again, but let's continue with that testing. Okay, so we need to send customer to the ChargeOver, but before that we need to find it in our database. So we again need a step for Google Sheets. We need to look up for the data. We need to find user data on our database. So we use our Google account. Okay. We use our spreadsheet, private label classes, this worksheet, and what we are going to look is email. And what value we're going to look is the output of the previous step. It's our client's email. So we don't need probably any other settings. Okay, let's test this action. Okay, we found our data. Yeah, that's our data. And okay, we will continue. Now we have all the data. We have name, phone number, date and time, name, whatever. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to test again, so let's just close it and go to ChargeOver. And what we want to set up is we already set the actions, create a customer, we choose the account, and what we want to fill our customer's name in our customer database on ChargeOver. So we use the name from our database, and we don't need any other fields actually. So maybe just main contact username, it's the same name. And its email address. And probably we don't need any other fields. Just keep in mind that you can actually fill any kind of fields in your invoice, but just to make it quick and simple, we will leave it for now. So let's continue. And let's test our action. Okay, the customer was sent to ChargeOver just now, so let's check it on ChargeOver. Let's go to customers. Okay, we have a customer. Debbie, with your email. Yeah, that's it. So next, we need to generate the invoice. We don't need to turn it now yet. So our next step is, again, on ChargeOver, we need to create an invoice. Continue, save account. Okay, we don't need numbers, customer ID. So we will get the customer ID from the previous step. So it was generated on the previous step, so we just use the same field, customer ID from create customer action. Okay, date automatically. So what else? We actually don't need all of these fields except the items. So what we invoice for. So we need to put product ID, and in our case, our product is one and the same for everybody. So product is private obsession. It's ID number 1. So we use just 1. Description, do we need it? I don't know. This is your session. Rate is $100, or we can use some reference to another field, but it's one and the same for everybody, so I just put the number, and it's one session. Continue, and let's test it again. Okay, the invoice was sent. We go to ChargeOver, to invoices. Okay, we have an invoice for $100 to Debbie. Private field session. This is your session. Okay, and if we don't need any kind of automation to send the invoices, we can stop now. But what I want to do is I want to automatically send it to my customer. So I need another step. And I will be using Gmail to send the link to pay the invoice. So I want to send email, and I authorize Gmail. I allow to create and read emails to Zapier. Continue. Yeah, it's taking more than 30 minutes at this point, but let me finish if you don't mind. So we will send an email to our client's email, and we don't need any other fields from our email. And yeah, subject invoice for your class. Okay, so let's say here, and choose the name of our customer. It's field of our database, name, comma, and here is your link to pay for the class. And on the step of generating the invoice in ChargeOver, we actually have a link to pay the invoice. So we can put it here, URL to pay the invoice. And we don't need anything else. Let's continue. and let's test it. So the test is sent. An email was sent to Gmail, and it was probably sent to Debbie's email. So I will ask Debbie to confirm if she receives that email. Okay, let's close it. And what else? We don't need any other steps. So we create 8 steps algorithm on Zapier without any piece of code, just with the mouse and putting some numbers and names. Okay, we don't need to share it. Let's name it. It's sending the links. Okay, so if you want to test it, let's test it now. So those who did not test, oh, I need to confirm your booking. So let me set green color for Anna. And who else? We don't have Eden, unfortunately, on our database. So it won't work for Eden, sorry. And Alice is for November 10th. Let me confirm it. Oh, you got 2. So you will get 2 invoices. It usually takes 1 or 2 minutes to generate the long step algorithm. So I will stop sharing now and continue with questions and answers. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. It took longer than 30 minutes. Sorry for that. But I think you got the picture. So you can actually automate anything. You can use different triggers. You can use different actions. You can connect different pieces of software together into one solution, depending on your own decisions, own workflow. Okay,
it was excellent. Yeah. Thank you, Dmitry. Wow, that was quick. Yes.
So yeah, thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, I can answer some of them now. We have, I think, 10 or 15 minutes more. And if you have some long questions, I will be happy to answer them by email or call me, whatever. Okay, that's it.